Hello, beloved. Welcome to A Seer's World. This will be your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly, and you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. Now, before we begin, right, I had attempted to do this reading prior. I literally recorded the whole reading, but then, the footage didn't end up getting saved because there was an interruption. But the reading was already done. But I was guided to, do it again. But this time, there's been a shift in the energy within the message. So what came out in the beginning is what I'm being guided to speak about. So there's a specific portion of the message that I'm being guided to refer to. The specific portion of the message where I happen to have some form of speech alteration or altercation, whereby it's happening again. So I'm being called to reference that, where it's like someone tried to temper with a life and death or life threatening ability with regards to you as a human being. Like, it's not just don't be able to speak, always be tongue tied, literally bite your tongue at your words and not be able to get the words out. So this is a spiritual attack, okay? Spiritual weapon formed, spiritual attack, spiritual weapon formed, okay? So this person also tried to do that upon your ears, like someone was working hard at your body, right? With hand in hand with a voodoo doll, as well as some form of practitioner or spiritualist or priestess of darkness or magician or occultist or ritualist. Take it out, applies for your reality based on your own intuition and discernment as to who you know this to be. But there's a voodoo doll here. So the ears, this person didn't want you to be able to hear. Your eyes, this person wanted you to be blind. Your nose, this person wanted you to lose your sense of smell. And your tongue, someone wanted you not to be able to speak or lose the ability to use your throat. So life and death, life threatening, life altering. That's the energy, but also altercation, where it's like, conflict, destruction, chaos. It's in the energy. So I'm being called to proceed further. Let's tap in. Let's see what needs to come out here. So as I said that, I'm seeing the voodoo doll. This person I'm seeing a prophetic vision of where they keep it or what they keep it in. It has its own special space, or this could be an altar, a table, a closet, a box, a locket, something that this person utilizes. They use, a specific object or a specific vessel, a specific host to house this doll in. It lives there. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, so the devil reversed. Yeah, this doll lives inside of something that is man-made, right? So it's a spiritual thing inside a man-made object. So by default, that man-made object is void and null. Like it has no value because the spirit always takes the biggest form. So whatever they were trying to keep it in, I feel like this person put a protection spell surrounding that box or that closet, that altar or that locket, whatever this is, and they wanted to make sure that it doesn't, it's cloaked. Like someone didn't want it to be seen. with this Queen of Swords, they were afraid of people seeing it, what they would say, or the truth of it coming out, or it leaving, or it showing up somewhere where it's not supposed to be. Like someone wanted to, like, it's almost like I'm channeling a prophetic vision of this series. And in this series, it's like supernatural animals fighting against each other using different techniques and methods and ways, of spiritual things as well. So like spiritual matter, spiritual objects, spiritual techniques and tactics and methods, right? So there was this thing they called mountain ash. It was a black dust, literal mountain ash, but in black, right? And they would put it at a certain perimeter, like maybe cover this area so that no certain type of spirit can enter. Like how we put salt, you can put salt at your window so that you don't attract bad energy or vibes, vibrations, frequency and wavelength. You can put it anywhere in your bath water, you know, next to your bed, under your, you can also put a salt stone. So rose quartz, clear quartz, yeah, black tourmaline, evil eye, yeah, those are ones which I can personally say uh help and assist in our journey. So with that being said, back to that, right? Someone was trying to use something to keep this doll in a specific, yeah, like trying to prevent this doll from disappearing so that it doesn't end up being seen and the truth coming out about their insanity, that they have a voodoo doll of another person, because this voodoo doll has to have a picture of you. Like the picture is put on the voodoo doll's face, a specific picture was used here. So if it ends up anywhere, with this Six of Wands reversed, High Priestess reversed to the Hierophant, it's like it's going to be clear that someone is insane. It's going to be clear. It's going to be seen. It's going to be spoken. It's going to be understood, heard of, noticed. Like it's going to be everywhere. And that's what someone was afraid of. So whatever they were using, that analogy, that reference point, that case study, that example of mountain ash, something was used along those lines, like a specific method or technique to keep something in a specific form, or so that it doesn't get anywhere. Even if it goes from where it was, this person can still find it because it doesn't leave unto upon a certain perimeter or location. So they could have been planting things in the ground, burying things in a specific location to keep it there, like to call it in or to ground it, like a trained dog or a trained pet. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah, this was someone whose imagination ran wild at a very young age, and they never grew up mentally. There was never development mentally. And because of that, their thoughts didn't, grow. So their emotions also didn't grow. Someone's like 10 or 5 inside, but they in a grown person's body. So it seems like they're someone they're not. Like the things they've done, unspeakable, unspeakable things that if they came out, if they've been exposed already, that's even terrifyingly worse, because it really depicts the insanity. Like it shows, what someone was trying to do here. So I'm being called to, I'm guided to go back to the message that I did that, didn't end up being recorded because of the interruption. But I thought I was recording, but it wasn't recording. So what came out, negative energy, what came out in the message was that this person had used dirt from a person's grave that they thought, that person deserved to lose their life. So they therefore didn't think twice about using their dirt, because this person already has a specific graveyard site they resort to. They use graveyard dirt as some form of remedy or medication or tranquilizer is what I just heard, or dosage. Like they use it for something along the lines of the dark arts that they're tapped into, and their own methods and techniques and ways of their spiritual alignment and understanding that they've taken upon their path. So this person was already used to doing this at this specific graveyard site, and then it was an abandoned graveyard site. It's like they resort to abandoned graveyard sites because those are the ones that are apparently the most cold, and no one goes there, so they think because of whatever they speak in their community to be true, that like, yeah, abandoned graveyards are the ones that have the best energy for the darkness that we want to, the evil and the wicked that we do. Whatever community, whether it's black magic, witchcraft, or voodoo, but whatever they tapped into, they know that they talk around amongst each other like, you must, girl, bro, sis, like whoever this is, use this like it's the tea, or this is what we do, the deal, this is how we move, this is our code, our ways, our techniques and methods. Okay, so they chose the wrong grave because they thought, because it's abandoned and they used to already like doing this, because apparently abandoned graveyards are the ones to use because they have the most dark energy for the work they choose to do. They go ahead and do it, and then they chose the wrong graveyard site. I literally am channeling utter coldness, like ice, like frozen energy. They chose someone who didn't deserve to die. Like that graveyard site, someone's death wasn't meant to be. Their life was taken wrongfully, and that person has always been seeking spiritual justice. So on the other side, and they have a right, because they weren't meant to be unalived, and because they were unalived, it caused a problem for them spiritually, because now they want vengeance, and they've been haunting the person that took their life. And then now there's this person who used their dirt. This is this person on the table, not the one that took their life. This one that tried to use their dirt, this person's graveyard dirt. So already this spirit was haunting the one that took its life, but now there's this person trying to interfere with that spirit. Already it's in a angry state of being, raged, upset, mad. And now this person's coming in trying to manipulate it because of their own things. So the spirit chose to leave the one it was haunting first and go to this one. Now the spirit is haunting this person. So that's what came out in the message earlier. I was called to speak on it, reference it, highlight it, emphasize it. Someone messed around in the wrong graveyard dirt, and it's backfiring. I'm seeing a prophetic vision of a metaphysical store. This person goes to a certain metaphysical store. The worker there, or the cashier, the teller, they know each other. They're mutual friends. It's almost like maybe you once upon a time went there, and then this person, they like to take your leftovers. They like to talk to whoever you talk to, whoever you look at. They like to, connect with them because they're that desperate for your energy. They went ahead and befriended someone from a metaphysical store that you were once in, or they heard you were once in. But because you were there, someone is just desperate for your energy. Don't forget, they were trying to do something with graveyard here, and anything to do with graveyard is, the other side, the unalive, death, energy. So someone was trying to put death onto your life, hex you and curse you, and it's backfiring. Yeah, it's backfiring so much that it's making this person reevaluate everything that they've done. Like, what was I doing? I should have reflected on my path of life. I should have reflected on my identity. I'm channeling a mirror. This person feels like they should have looked in the mirror. They really should have reflected, understood, taken heed and accountability of what they were doing. They should have really reflected here. Like, they should have really thought twice, right? So I'm channeling jars that were planted in the soil by this person. So something they planted in the soil. You see, this person doesn't want this out. Some form of, they use the graveyard magic to plant something in the soil. These are jars, small jars that have their body fluids, any feces, urine, anything from their digestive system, like vomit or saliva, mucus, hair follicles, nails, things like that. This person dug all of those things. I'm getting like 17 moons ago, 17 moon cycles. So this person, this is many years of spiritual attacks that this person has been placing upon your life, trying to hex and curse you, trying to bind themselves to your destiny so that they take from you and then you become nothing because they bind you to death, right? So whatever they put in the ground, it's festering, like it's rotting, or it's taking a different form. Those jars are not just glass, it's mirrors. Like the glass is not just the jar is not just made of glass. Those That glass is a mirror. Each of them is a mirror reflecting this person's insanity or sickness or illness. Yeah, this person wanted to destroy you so bad. They wanted your life to never be any good. Like everything must fall apart. Every single thing about your identity must fall apart. And they did this for years. Someone was placing death on your life, cursing and hexing your reality for years, like actively working day in, day out, under the sun, under the moon, wanting it to happen, like with everything in them, pursuing it like it's some form of job or career or ambition. Like they were invested like that, heavily in love with the thought of seeing you in utter failure because of them. Queen of Pentacles reversed is someone that never goes anywhere in life because they're set in their ways, and their ways are taking them to the wrong direction, never learning. The Hierophant reversed, never seeing the truth, never understanding, never changing, just stay the same until death. This was what someone wanted, but that's what's happening to them. Back to the spirit that's haunting them. It's mad. It's haunting this person. It's like turning things around, making things upside down in their life. Like this person will put something here, and then when they come back, it won't be here. It'll be disappeared or in a different location. Like this spirit is tormenting this person. So that's just one of the ways in which it's doing it. Like moving things around, paranormal activity is just one of the ways. This person could also be hallucinating or seeing things, hearing things. Like this spirit is active in their home, in their body, their mind and heart, doing everything to them because it's mad that it was disturbed. And it was already disturbed because it didn't belong where it was. So now it needs to go through purgatory to get to its other side, because it deserves to be mad and go through that cleansing because its life was taken wrongfully. And until it finds its peace, and it was working on that, this person came and interrupted the spirit finding its peace. Now the spirit is going to bring problems to this person, issues, turbulences, mishaps and troubles, left, right and center, literally every day. Every day, literally. So it's not just what they did to you that they have to worry about. It's how it's backfiring, because their world is turned upside down. We have the world reversed. Literally, it feels like the world is against them, but when they look around, it's only them going through what they're going through, because they were the ones cursing, hexing and trying to bind you to death when it's their energy they were putting in the earth. This person, I don't know what they were thinking. They were thinking because they were feeling something, thinking something, it was doing something, but in actual reality it was affecting them and taking away from them and stealing from them, because that's what they were wanting to do to you. It's their things they put in the earth that are being rejected by the universe. That's why karma is here. It's their things in the earth. It's literally what they put in the ground. It's their energy in there. So how is it yours? Let me put the light on. The truth must come out, and the truth is already out. Whether this person is being spoken about or looked at sideways, or people are starting to notice certain things or are concerned about this person, but they are a danger to themselves and others. They're literally in a very bad energy. I'm channeling back to the message I did in the beginning and it got cut off. What also came out was the energy of David and Goliath, the biblical reference of David and Goliath, where it seemed like Goliath was as huge as he was and could take David down, because it seemed David was this small little whatever in whatever form he came in, but David was a bigger force than Goliath anticipated, and David swallowed Goliath with just something very small that didn't even take much from him, which tells me that you naturally defeated someone here because you have natural authentic energy that works with the universal energies and the elements, water, earth, fire, um, spirit, mind, body. It all works in your favor. Your heart, your big, big heart is what I just heard. Very good person, very good vibration, wavelength, and frequency. You are naturally, originally, authentically, uniquely rare as that. You are that. And this is what drove someone insane and made them want to take your life, because they wanted to be that. But instead of working on themselves to be that for their world, their life and reality, they were like, no, I'm going to destroy your world, your life and reality. And now they're destroyed. Death is after their ass, chasing them down every day. They feel like the world is against them. Everything they do is just returning to them in a negative manner. And then they want to act surprised because they don't want to even look at what they've spoken into existence, what they've dug and buried into existence. They were chanting, binding, crying, all sorts of things, feces, urine, saliva. Child, listen, man, everything. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, not thinking straight, thinking they know, not understanding that this is not your world to temper with, honey. They were trying to come up against the chosen one. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. They didn't listen. Thinking they co-creating with some form of demon deities or whatever, idols, and they were chanting, speaking, serving, offering, whatever. Like someone thought they were literally gonna, like, you know, destroy you for good, take you out of this earth. But I heard you cleanse the energy. Like literally all it took is for you to be aware of who this is and pray about it, or be aware of who this is and your ancestors will activate your protection, or be aware of who this is, and ultimately it starts backfiring. It's like all you had to do was know what was being done. You knowing sends the energy back because you're aware. This person wanted to make you unaware. So that's why they were also doing a protection spell around the voodoo doll, because they wanted you unaware of their existence. Don't know who they are. Just see your life fall apart and see someone else fill your shoes, not knowing that they were the whole time, years behind the scenes, already manifesting this, planning and scheming. They thought they could blind you. They wanted to keep you in an illusion so that you don't see what's happening behind the scenes when it comes to your energy. This person is also getting a lot of tarot readings, or they're obsessed with tarot cards. This person is just heavily in an illusion. Let's tap in further here. Yeah, this person's world is falling apart while yours is standing still. So there's stillness, calmness in your world, grounding. But in this person's world, there's uproar, turbulence, and chaos and destruction, troubles and mishaps and turbulences. Like all sorts of things are happening to this person, but you're protected. Nothing that they sent your way has affected you, and they're seeing that. They're actually very afraid of you, shocked and in fear. I'm telling you, this is the energy. Yeah, like I said, shocked and in fear. Double Nine of Swords. This person can't believe what they're living. They can't believe that they're not you. They can't believe that something is not real. They can't believe that, they were misguided the whole time. They did so much that they're so afraid to even look at themselves in the mirror, honey. All those jaws buried in there. Some are breaking. The smell is all over the earth, and it's following them around because it's the smell of death, because it's their things down there, thinking they're binding you, but it's not you they were binding. It was themselves. Like, honey, child, listen. This person keeps breaking their own heart, trying to cleanse this off by speaking this, saying this, but it's already done. It can't be undone. They need to live and suffer the consequences of their actions. It's their responsibility. Like someone was attacking you ruthlessly here, wanting you to end up being nothing. Like, don't go far in life. Don't have this. They were literally competing with every single thing. Job, career, hair, clothes, food, like environment. Like, what's wrong with people? Like, someone wanted your world to be nothing in comparison to them. They wanted their name to be above yours in the community. They wanted you to shiver at the sight of them, like just bow. But that's happening to them. Wow. This is the energy. Yeah, the energy backfired. What they planted in the soil was universally rejected, the karma is being sealed, the fate is being sealed. Someone no longer has access to you. They can't come into your energy. They can't look into your spiritual window. They can't talk about you. Everything will fall apart as if they continue to do all of that. And they're watching their world fall apart and yours be still, literally. This person feels so like they wish they could take it all back. My ancestors are asking, like, imagine if Goliath defeated David. Would the people have learned that Goliath is not powerful? It's like God was using this situation to show this enemy how weak they are. Because now the very same people that they, speaking all of these things to about you, saying your life will turn out a specific way. This person was gossiping, child, phone calls, text messages, link ups. I'm telling you, child, anticipating your downfall because they were playing around in the graveyard with death, the jaws. There's the voodoo doll. Someone years of this. They were guaranteed, like, yo, this is gonna happen to this person. So they were already anticipating it. So imagine the horror they're living in, child, telling you, like, seeing you be okay, knowing what they did. They know it's coming back to them. There's no other way. They know what they did. So where else is the energy going? Where else is the energy going? Because the delusional energy that they were in led them to believe that this was possible. Someone saw how you were and it shocked their brain and sent them in an illusion that, like, damn, I can also be that way, without thinking that, like, of course you can, be your own highest self in your world, life, and reality, but you can't literally look at someone and want to, like, wear what they wear, eat what they eat, do what they do, speak how they speak. That's something else. That's obsession. That's being a doppelganger, a copycat, a mimic, a clone, a phony. But this person wanted to be that because they really wanted to be you, fit your shoes. Someone would think about how it feels like to be you, like when you look in the mirror or when people talk to you, or you talk to them, like how they look at you, how they praise you. Because don't forget, this person actually looks up to you. I'm getting like worshiping or praising, like, but they keep it in, or it's the death of them because of how jealous they are of you. It's like it contradicts. It's like, this is how I feel and think about you, but because of my jealousy, it's poisoning that and making me do this, say this, act like this. This person's jealousy poisoned everything they felt and thought towards you, made their spirit so dark and bitter and angry, unhinged and enraged and crazy and insane, and led them to this darkness. Now it's backfiring because the universe is rejecting the energy. You don't deserve this at all. Like, that's why it will never happen, because it's not a part of your fate and destiny. It's theirs because it's their energy. They wanted that for another person, so that's their life, their world and reality. It's just they're living in it now, and that's what's shocking them and putting them in a state of being of a psychosis or instability. That's why, it's coming on the energy, and you need to be aware because someone is still under the impression that they are you, or they can be you, or it's possible. They're still under the spells. So many spells, because the jaws are the spells, right? I'm hearing 17 moons ago, so years ago, of moon magic. And I'm hearing sun cycle rituals. Sun cycle rituals. So daily rituals under the sun and daily rituals under the moon. This person was conducting this in the Empress's energy. Meaning somebody was doing this to someone who was meant to be in a specific position in life, and someone didn't want you to get there. It's almost like this person already knew, like they were told already about who you were, and they just wanted to stand against you. They consulted and found out your fate using some form of divination. They literally abused it, getting tarot readings left, right, and center from every single person that they could purchase a reading from, and they all would tell them the same thing: this person's blessed, this person's favored, this person has a bright future. And it just drove this person even more insane and mad, trying to do what they're trying to do to you, because they just couldn't live with the fact that this is your life, this is your world and reality, and they not you, literally. Someone wanted to be you so bad, man, like to the point where they lost their mind, literally insanity, literally crazy, literally incapable of being stable, just like out of their mind. I'm being called to speak about how people manipulate the energy of love. Because if you take a look at it, this person admired you, worshipped you, praised you inside, their mind, heart, spirit, and body. But the jealousy fought against all of that and poisoned all of that. And now the jealousy is inside of them in that way, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And on top of that, they were doing spiritual attacks and spiritual warfare and spiritual weapons that are making all of that be even more. So it's like it was already bad, it's just worse. It was already what it was, now it's just on a different level. It's like taking it out of the human form into the animal form. It's a beast. Now this person, this jealousy is more than just poison. It's like death. Like it really has taken someone's life or piece of their soul or their entire soul or a piece of their soul that actually they need to live. You know, something is deep here. This person feels like they can't go back in time, and because they can't go back in time, you need to lose your life. So at this time, be cautious. If someone wants you to go out with them and it's someone you don't feel like going out with, in your heart, in your mind, your body, your spirit, you don't feel like you want to be outside, or things in your world push you to stay inside, or don't do this or don't do that, like things just happen, like it's like, damn, I can't do this, like damn, like look at what happened, like I clearly, it's out of my control, like if I can't fight against the situation, you know, things like that. You must take heed of your intuition at this time. If you don't feel like it, obey what you feel. Take heed. If you think it's a certain way, obey what you feel. Don't obey what you think. Don't doubt, because there's things you're not seeing. There's something that's not what it seems. Like someone is under heavy spells here. Someone is like a doppelganger, a copycat, a mimic. They're a danger to themselves and others, not just you. Like it has gone above and beyond what they were doing in the beginning. Now something is broken, like a broken mirror, a shattered glamour. Like someone is seeing themselves for who they are. And that's why, you know, everything is backfiring, because the whole illusion, the whole spell, the purpose of this um big years of work of magic and the voodoo doll was to keep you in the entrapment of a specific illusion, delusion, a specific like blinded energy. But you are well aware. It's like you are almost too aware, and that's what's making this person's life fall apart, because they wanted you asleep and now they're going to sleep. Someone's literally losing their mind. Their mind is not functioning properly. It's losing capability. Like it can't produce certain things. It can't like something's happening to someone here because of what they try to do. Yeah. They can't think straight. They can't see things clearly. They can't understand like their perspective, their their life, their own emotions, their own identity, everyone in it. They're under heavy delusional illusions, optical, you know, spiritual, physical, emotional, like so much here, mental, so much. All of the above, child, all of the above. They can't just undo this now, can they? They can't just abandon this now, can they? They can't just pretend it didn't happen now, can they? Because the energy is in the air. The death, like I said, what was in the soil is now rotting and taking upon a different form, and now it's controlling their life. They're literally living in their own backfire. They're living in their own backfire, their own illusion, their own delusion, their own lie. This person might be snapping at everybody around them. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Or saying it inside, but not really saying it out loud, but they still feeling it and thinking it. Their spirit is all over the place, everywhere, bound to everything. Their jaws, 17 moons ago, sun cycle rituals, all that, you know. They wish they could take it all back. They wish they could like erase their whole entire like energy of jealousy inside of them, They wish they could go back to the first time they felt the jealousy and stop themselves. That's how bad things have gotten. That's how deep they are in their karmic cycle, their karmic debt, their karmic lesson. They understand now. They understand now. But the universe still whipping that ass, because even if they understand, there's more to learn. You know, the lesson doesn't stop. It continues until they get on the other side. And who knows if they're going to get there in this lifetime or they're going to die trying. But they send death out. So, like, that's the energy. You know, they can't run away from it or change it. That's the truth. They can't, you know, they try to do something to someone who is literally protected, like loved by the spirits, even the bad spirits, the most evil and wicked spirits in all realms, dimensions, and kingdoms respect this person. You, beloved, you are respected. It's not about like, oh, every bad spirit can do bad things to people. No, it's like spirits know their place, and there's those who even the dark spirits know not to play with, and they can see that person's light and they look the other way. But this person went against all of that, all the warnings, all the signs and synchronicities, everything that was put in their place to stop them. They disobeyed and they still continued, and this is why they're in this energy. They're suffering now. It's like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? They're losing control of themselves. They're losing control of their world, their thoughts, their emotions. They spoke big game. Like, this person was already guaranteed a success of death in your life, like unalive, or just everything spiraling out of control and crumbling down until it turns to ash and nothingness. This is what this person was looking at. Seven of Swords reversed. This is what they were waiting for your life. Like, when is it gonna happen? Like, yeah, because they were doing what they were doing for as much as they were doing it, because, you know, of the jealousy, and they thought that, you know what, I'm gonna do this to this person. It's so sad, you guys. It's so sad. And meanwhile, you be chilling. All of this is happening while you just chilling. It seems like you're such a villain because you're not doing anything, and all of this is happening because of you, but it's not because of you. It's like because of what someone tried to do. It's their actions that are affecting them. It's not you. It's the fact that they tried to do what they tried to do to the wrong person. But the mirror that they're seeing is that it's you, because they tried to do what they tried to do to you, and that's why it's happening. But they must look at why. Why did they even do that? Why did they not just leave you alone? Why did they do what they did? Because it's their actions that are now alive and haunting them. If they didn't do what they did, none of this would be happening. So it's not about you, beloved. It's about this person and what they did. Who does that? Can't say, oh, it's your fault. I did something bad to you, and now something bad's happening to me. What the hell is that? Of course, something bad's going to happen to you. Why would you do something bad to another person? And something like this, like, oh, you must lose your life. Bad things must happen to you. What is that? This person wished they could reverse everything, undo everything, but they can't. They can't. The sun is working against them. The moon is working against them. The air is working against them. The earth is working against them. The fire is working against them. The water is working against them. All the elements of earth, the spiritual laws, the universal laws, it's not in alignment for this person, not in balance, and never will be. And that's the karma. That's the truth, because of what they planted in earth. They already said and spoke their life into existence when they did that. This person cries themselves to sleep, y'all. I'm channeling a lot of depression, misery, sadness. I'm channeling a lot of tears, like a lot of tears, to the point where this person might also urinate themselves because of how scared they be at night when they alone thinking about everything. They just pee on themselves, or they've developed a stuttering problem because of the fear. There's something about fear and depression, misery and sadness here, anxiety as well. Like, this person wishes that they could take everything back. Judgment to the lovers reversed. I wish every decision and choice that I make can be reversed and undone. This is what this person is praying for now, but it's falling on deaf ears. They're trying to manifest and call this in, like, reverse, reverse. I want my life back. I want to be okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. But it's not working out for them because it's already sealed. It's a fate and destiny that they're bound to. And imagine having to live like that. But if you take a look, the saddest truth is that this is what they wanted for you. I'm hearing this is poetic justice. The ancestors are saying poetic justice, poetic justice, poetic justice. Because when they look at themselves in the mirror, they have no one else to blame. When death comes haunting them down, everything they want done for themselves never works out. They want to have a good day, no good day. They want to have a good thought, no good thought. They want to have a good emotion, no good emotions. They want to have good experiences, no good experiences. They want to go through good things, no good things. Like everything this person experiences, lives, breathes, feels, thinks, does, it just breaks down to death. It's tied to their identity. 10 of Cups to the death reversed. It's tied to the whole entire fabrication of human anatomy. Like it's inside of them. Because don't forget, they buried their own bodily fluids and feces, urine, saliva, all that, child hair follicles, all of that, nails. It's their things in the soil. So it's inside of them and it's bound in the earth. It's sealed in the earth. That's the fates and destiny. They live a terrified life, always hoping for the worst because they wanted that for another person. Someone wishes they could take it all back. They feel like they got way too in their head and this delusional illusion of jealousy. How sad, how sad, how sad as they watch it all crumble and fall apart, as they repent, but it's too late because they have to live in the lesson that they literally called upon for themselves. Who tries to hex and curse another person but wants a blessed life? Like, who sends bad energy out and expect good energy in return? Like, who does that? Someone that's dumb, unaware, uneducated about spiritual earth, spiritual life, universal alignments and laws and balance, paying for someone's downfall, like using just man-made things for spiritual things. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Everything's happening so quickly to this person. It feels so unfair. It feels so unjust. But you know what's unfair and unjust? Is someone innocent losing their life. That's what's unfair and unjust. That's what's unfair and unjust. They shouldn't be looking at, oh, it's you. I did this to you, so it's your fault. What were you doing in the first place? Attacking another person you don't even know. This person tried to unalive an empress or someone in an empress energy. An empress is someone who's meant to be where they're meant to be, and they'll flourish, blossom, bloom, regardless of what happens to them. The empress energy, the empress seat, throne, crown. Masculine or feminine, feminine or masculine. It's the duality of the elements. We have the tower. Everything's crumbling in this person's face. They're screaming, yelling in pain. This person could go to the woods, or they have a certain spot or cave or dungeon of doom and pain that they go to in the nighttime. They be crying. There's somewhere where they go where it's abandoned and like far, and they just cry there because they're in that much pain. They need to scream and yell and no one can hear it because it's literally like they let it all out. Like it's very painful. A lot of pain, a lot of misery, depression, sadness, anxiety, fear every day, making this person feel like they should have just never even, like, someone feels like it was all a big mistake. They feel like even their desire to do this to you in the beginning was just all a big mistake. Like, what was I thinking? What was I feeling? I should have, like, stopped myself. Like, I should have, approached the situation differently. I shouldn't have been this way. I shouldn't have spoke this and said this and did this and acted like this. I shouldn't have. This person feels like they shouldn't have, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it can't be undone. It can't be undone. It's a sealed fate. Like, someone is bound to this. This is spiritual law. They feel like they should have like understood things from a different perspective. They feel like when they were doing this, their mind wasn't in the right place. So this person, I'm seeing them write a letter or write in a book or a journal or some form of like, I'm seeing also like something being written like or texted, like maybe they send and unsend messages, or they have a journal, a diary. I just heard the devil's diary. This person could have wrote all the things that they wanted to do to you down, like every single thing in specific detail. I want you to go through this. Like I said, back to those life and death, life threatening altercations that you must go through. This must happen to you. That must happen to you. That they literally have the devil's diary, or a devil's diary that depicts their insanity and craziness and jealousy, obsession, delusional illusion. They wrote it down, like someone wrote it down, typed it out, like something like that. They sealed it. You see how someone like, they literally, this is now their life. This is what they were calling upon themselves. They called upon death for themselves. Everyone is seeing. Everyone's like nudging each other, like pointing fingers, looking at them sideways, gossiping, whispering on the side, giggling. Like people are like laughing at this person. Something's happening to them. So I think, it's being seen, like the tower, because when the tower strikes, honey, like life just falls apart out of any control that you might have, and you just have to endure. And it's either you're going to be able to get through it or not, and that's where this person is at. But the way things are going, this person, damn, like when they get on the other side, this would have killed them inside. Like it would have killed them inside. It literally would have. It will, is what I'm seeing. It's almost like this person wishes that this delusion didn't get this far, or this illusion didn't get this deep, or this jealousy didn't get this poisonous. They just wish they never took it to the death. Like they wish they didn't take it that far, or speak those things, or do those things, or act in those ways, those behaviors, because now they can't do anything about it. It's what's happening. This person keeps hearing a voice from afar, like, hey, come here, see. Like this voice wants to take them out of the light, or take them out of their body. Yeah, they keep hearing something calling them from a distance, or seeing something. They could be seeing you, but it's not you. It's this spirit haunting them, pretending to be you. It's using this person's worst nightmare and worst fear against them as a weapon, manipulating their mind and heart and spirit with it, and body. This person's doing a lot to themselves under the influence, drinking like a man, or like a, I don't know why I said that, but like, drinking uncontrollably. This could be, this is a woman or a man, take it out of place for your reality, but this could be a heavy drinker, heavy smoker, or heavy on something that they're trying to use to maintain what they're going through, trying to cope, like trying to like, oh, I'll be okay, things will be better tomorrow, trying to illusionize the situation, trying to pretend and act and like just make it seem like something that it's not, because they don't want to live with themselves in the truth of what they actually have done. This person's going to try and contact you. This person has been trying to contact you. This could have been already happening for years. They could have been doing like certain things for attention. This person is just trying to figure out a way to get out of this, but they know deep inside there's no getting out of this, because they know what they did. They know that it's like, hey man, I can't do that. It's over. Like Seven of Wands to the identity card. Like I'm sitting on my hands. Like there's nothing I can do, or my hands are tied, or spiritual jail, karma, spiritual death. Like things just falling apart, warfare after warfare, wake up and fight, massive attack. This is someone's life in reality. It's already rough out here as it is. We, as chosen ones, divine ones, the light bearers, we already walk a very like dark path that needs to be cleansed, or a path that is heavy that needs to be, cleanse. We already have things that we deal with, and now someone like this, you know doing things like this to us, not thinking like, oh, it's going to affect the next person in a certain way, it's going to put them in a specific situation, and not caring, not giving a damn. What is that? And now when it goes back to sender, it's something else. This person wishes they could take it all back because they know now that that was very dumb and stupid and evil and wicked and very crooked and twisted. And now life is crooked and twisted to them because they were crooked and twisted in their life. It's the energy they lived by. This spirit is going to continue to haunt this person. It might even haunt this person into a confession. Hence, they want to reach out to you. Like they will feel so tormented and haunted and death just chasing them down that they're gonna feel like they need to say something, like they can't hold it in. I literally feel it, like someone can't hold it in anymore. They just want to say it in hopes that they will be able to cleanse it. Like, if I say it, it'll go away. If I say it, it'll balance the karma. Like, I don't know. Like, someone's going through a lot here. Someone lost the battle they were trying to put in your life. Someone lost a warfare they were trying to send your way. Someone is defeated by an attack they launched at your life world and reality. It's like, damn, boomeranging back, making this person think twice, like, no, I should have never. It's all coming back now. I'm being drawn and guided to that cave or dungeon or abandoned location and environment that they go to cry. Like, the voodoo doll stays there. They don't keep it in their place of stay or rest. They leave it there in the sealed container, locket or box or altar. They have a little section for it there. And every time they cry, they beg, out loud in the universe that, like, they're sorry, they want to be forgiven. They're sorry, they want to be forgiven. They want their life back. They will never do it again. They will never hurt anyone again. But it's falling on deaf ears because something has already happened. Like, the energy is already returning. It's like this person, when they went against the warnings, when they went against the signs and synchronicities, confirmation, when they went against what they were already forewarned about, like, don't do it like this, it'll da 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 da, or what they already allowed because of jealousy, just everything. That was right then and there a sealed fate. It was already coming back to them. Now it's like it's active now. It has fully returned. So something can't be done. They have to live with it until, I don't know, until, I don't know, who knows what's happening universally. The energies, we are in the Aquarian age. We don't know what's going on in the ethers. We just the messengers, those shoot the messenger. This was a seer's world. I thank you so much for your time, beloved. This was your message from the divine. Okay, to those keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love, as well as spiritual ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. You can also join. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Goodbye, beloved. See you soon.